Hello and welcome to Seniors Saturday, where we talk about age as just our superpower and retirement as the doorway to our next great chapter. I'm Angie, a retired accountant turned retirement enthusiast, and every week I help over 60s like you and me rewire life with joy, purpose and plenty of laughs. And you know, I found that from my many years already on the retirement path, that retirement isn't an ending. Not at all. I'd liken it to a relaunch, a rewirement rather than retirement. You only have to ask Dame Judi Dench, still acting her socks off into her 80s, or Sir David Attenborough, still showing us the magic of the world in his 90s. No age should be seen as a stop sign. So today, I'm going to share some of the ways I've come across, not just in my life, but the lives of others around me also, which prove that you can live fully, boldly, and oh so brilliantly after 60. So grab that cuppa, get comfy, and off we go. Where to start? I believe in order to live fully in retirement, you need what I call your pensioner passion. That spark that lights you up inside. For me, one of those passions was art, and still is. I picked up a paintbrush in a local class, and before I knew it, I was teaching, exhibiting, even selling my paintings. I no longer teach, but I still paint and show my work in various locations. So look inside yourself, identify those things that you're passionate about, and go from there. I mean, it could be something creative, such as painting, music, photography, learning a new skill or language, joining a walking group or choir, gardening, baking, travel, volunteering, starting a group on Facebook about something you're passionate about, such as places you've visited in the UK, or perhaps a reading group. You don't need permission to do any of it. Just go with the flow. Nothing brings home a message more than a real life example. So let me tell you about my friend Margaret the potter, who is 72. Now she retired from teaching and thought, now what? We've all done that. One evening, pottery class later, and she was hooked. Now her week looks like this. Monday and Wednesday pottery class. Thursday, local art co-op meeting. Weekends, sells at craft markets. Friday, she might do a bit of housework and cafe catch-ups. And she tells me, clay has changed my life. It's like therapy, but messier. You see, Margaret found joy. So who says retirement has to be clean and quiet? There are no rules here. Oh, and then there's John, the mentor, who's 78, a retired engineer. He didn't want to just sit around, so now he mentors young entrepreneurs and reads to children at the local library. And if you look at John's week, it goes like this. Tuesday and Thursday, story time at the library. Friday, business mentoring. Saturday, gardening club. Sunday, big family lunch. And for the rest of the week, do whatever I feel like, he says. It does sound like a great balance to me. And he tells me I may be retired, but I feel like I've never been more useful. And it makes me feel just brilliant. Another of my passions is the joy of lifelong learning. And you know, it's a fact that we humans are naturally curious. And that doesn't switch off after 60. Now I took up art history after retiring as well, which complemented my painting, and it gave me new perspectives and creative ideas which helped my painting. There's a lady I know, Sylvia, who's 69. She joined a creative writing Zoom group. Her short story got published. You never know what's going to happen after retirement. It's a lovely, unknown journey, but it's a journey that you can mould. Just look inside yourself and there's the answer. Sylvia told me, I never thought I'd find my voice after retirement, but here I am. Oh, and George, who's 74, he started learning Spanish on Duolingo. Have you heard of that? And he is now planning a solo trip to Seville. You never know where your curiosity will take you. And in our case, it won't kill you like it killed the cat, because you've got far too much wisdom to try anything foolish. When I retired, I felt I needed to stay focused and in touch, so I knew I had to embrace technology and learn how to use my iPhone as properly as I could. Now it serves me in so many ways throughout my day. It's my camera, diary, my sat-nav, my means of communication, my shopping list, and yes, I play word and number games to help keep my mind sharp. I think of my smartphone as my quirky little helper. It'll confuse you and surprise you, but it's so useful. You can use it for taking garden or grandkid photos, reminders and calendars, bus times, weather directions, learning something new, FaceTiming your loved ones who are far away. And it's a minefield of information. Do you know what Bill Gates once said? He said technology is best when it brings people together. So, that reminds me of my FaceTiming, bringing loved ones who are far away together. So go on, press a few buttons and do get a little lost like I do. You'll figure it out. That's half the fun. And yes, I now like to think of my iPhone and Google as my friends and tutors, because in a way they are. They help me and they teach me. I found that tech wasn't too scary, once I started clicking. And there are great AI apps like Copilot, ChatGPT, and Google Gemini to offer you simple step-by-step instructions if you get stuck. And I even say, please show me simple instructions to do so and so. And it comes back with something which is still beyond my reach. And I say, even simpler, please. And it does. So there you go. A third passion has got to be friendship for a lot of us, because most of us need friends at any age, don't we? Do you know, some of my closest friendships started after I reached 65. I met Lucy at an art group. We now have cappuccinos regularly and chat about art and a lot of other things besides. Because let's face it, loneliness can creep in during retirement. I've seen it happen, but it doesn't have to take over. And if you know someone who's like that, try and add a spark to their lives. Studies show that social connection boosts not just mood, but health and longevity. So now I'm not afraid to say hello in a queue, nor to join a club, nor to wave to my neighbour. And if you are shy to start with, how about just a smile? You'd be amazed what a smile can unlock. Now, all this passion has to be grounded somewhere, don't you think? And for me, it's being practical in my money habits and home. So let's talk a bit about practical stuff. Yes, retirement is about fun, but it's also about feeling safe and sorted. That means keeping an eye on your pensions, claiming what you're entitled to, attendance allowance, council tax discounts, fuel help, making a realistic budget, It also means keeping your home manageable and comfortable. And here's a tip. Tackle one drawer or cupboard per week, and it can be fun. You never know what you're going to find in that drawer. What's to stop you also sorting your paperwork into colourful folders? Now that's fun for me. Red for bills, green for health, blue for fun, or yellow perhaps. Because getting organised gives you energy for the fun stuff. Oh, and by the way, I've got free videos on YouTube that walk you through all of this step by step. Like I said, these passions must be manageable and remain enjoyable. And you know, if you do lose a passion for one thing, I've found you can start up a new passion the very next day. The final passion I'll mention is waking up to a great morning routine. And boy, that's so important for me because I tend to wake up and feel like a ton of bricks. Let me take you into my morning. Now, it's not perfect, but it's mine. There's no alarms, no rush, just peace. I start with a cup of tea. I sit quietly for 5 minutes. That's no phone, no TV. I think of 3 things that make me happy. Probably that I'm grateful for because they make me happy. These are things like the sunshine, my soft jumper, my daughter's cheeky dog Bailey who's ignoring me again. And before I know it, I'm smiling and the feeling of being a lump of brick slowly lifts. Science shows that thinking of your favourite things and gratitude lowers stress and raises happiness. So try it tomorrow. Think of one thing that you really love when you wake up and that you're thankful for. And let your day start on a smile, not a scroll. Phones have a place, but not every minute of every day. And here's something I want to talk to you about, and it's why every day is worth celebrating. Don't save those celebrations for the odd times like a birthday, Christmas. Too much time between them. And you know the best part of retirement? You've now got time to save a life. Time to let everyday things feel like little celebrations. A glass of wine with your evening meal. A flower blooming in your garden. My brother sent me a photo of it was a little pot plant that I gave him and his lovely wife, and he'd planted it outdoors, and my goodness, it looks absolutely amazing. Here it is, just from a tiny little thing. See how things grow? And these celebrations that I was talking about, you could celebrate learning a new word. It's never too late to widen your vocabulary. Celebrate a tech fail that you managed to solve and it made you laugh. How about celebrating that you found a new friend from a chance chat? So many things. Celebrate the little things. We're seasoned, not slowing. We're rewired, not retired. And you know the best bit? We're just getting started. Thank you so much for spending this time with me on Senior Saturday. And if you found even a spark of inspiration today, please like this video and subscribe for more videos from me. And tell me in the comments, what's one thing you do now that brings you the utmost joy? And I'll be sending out my July newsletter very soon, packed full with lots and lots of information for us retired folk. Email me on arhorner@outlook.com to be sure of getting yours, and just put July newsletter in the subject. It's because here we're building a community of joyful, rewired retirees who are full of stories, laughter, and so much wisdom. Until next time, keep rewiring, keep laughing, keep living life fully. Bye.